Hello, conscious co-creators, and welcome to your pick a card reading today. Our topic for this reading is August 2024 and your themes for the month. So we are going to be looking into 3 themes for your August energy that you're meant to be aware of, and of course, messages for you for the month ahead. I'm going to take these 2, this one, and this one. So we're using the secret language of color cards for your group and card options. So let's take a look at what you've got to choose from. Card option and group option number 1, bronze. Card number 14, and strengthen your body. Option number 2, group number 2 is lemon. Card number 23, access innovative thinking. Option number 3, hopefully I said group 2 there. Option number 3, group 3 is burgundy. Card number 10, and awaken your passion. And option number 4, group 4 is violet. Card number 45, create a balanced life. So take a moment to survey the card options. Maybe you're already getting an intuitive pull to one of these 4 cards. Card option number 1, bronze. Option number 2, lemon. Option number 3, burgundy. And option number 4 is violet. Once you've made your intuitive selection, you can head down to the description box and click on the card and the timestamp that is resonating most with you. And I will see you in your August reading. Hello group 1 and welcome to your August reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the first card option here, card number 14 and bronze. Strengthen your body. So this is an interesting energy that we get right off the bat. We are looking at the physical self and this feeling of like being intricate with your physical body, really listening to your body and what it needs to become stronger, healthier, and more vibrant, they're saying, and more vibrant. Quickly, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and take a moment to do that so that you don't miss any of my future pick a card readings and guidance and insight meant for you. Okay, we are gonna go right into your theme energy here. Card number 14, that's a great number about change. When you combo those numbers, you add them together, it's a card of shifting things, making a new start for a more solid foundation with the 1 and the 4. Solidifying, they're saying solidifying like practices and schedules or implementing routines that really work for you. Okay, I'm gonna set your card aside for the moment. We'll remember that energy, and let's get into your themes for this month. First up, we've got Stand Your Ground, another powerhouse kind of card. Not surprising, I feel like there's commitment here. Perhaps there are boundaries being created. Lovely. We also have romantic partner. Ooh, okay. Love when this card is pulled as well. Connections, romance in August, and making new friends. Okay, wow, you guys are in a new community, it feels like, some sort. Something that's connected to your physical health, wealth, abundance. We definitely need more information for this group. Strengthen your body. Okay. Let's get into the tarot and see what these sections and these themes are all about for you, group number 1. So stand your ground. Can you give us more information, please? There's that one. Thank you. So we have the 2 of Cups. There's this romantic energy coming in with the boundaries card or the stand your grounds card. This is like your standards, right? What it is that you want for yourself, how it is you want to live your life. we're definitely going to see the themes overlapping. Wow, 10 of Pentacles as well. You are going to have everything you need in this group to be able to cultivate this beautiful, healthy relationship energy. With Stand Your Ground, sometimes this can feel a bit like a forceful card, right? So we want to make sure that we're not leaning into force energy, because you have a lovely combination. A 10 of Pentacles is an extreme amount of abundance. It is a familial card, so it's family energy. If we're talking and we're moving into the romantic partner energy, of course we're going to get excuse me, more information about that, but we are getting the Two of Cups here. You can see a romantic partnership. So there are some boundaries that need to be set. I feel like this is prioritization of yourself, because you're working with the bronze energy, and like we noted, the 14-5, so 1, 4, and then comboed as a 5. There are some things that you're starting, some changes that you're making, some things that you're putting in place where you say like, no, right? This is what I desire. This is what I'm worth. This is what I want. This is where my boundary is. This is where my limit is. I'm not accepting this anymore. This is what I'm willing to accept. This is only what I'm willing to accept. And it's creating this massive amount of abundance in your life. Sometimes it can be scary, right? Group 1, to set boundaries in the relationships that are so connected to our heart center with the people that we love or we care about. There may be fears that come up where you're like, are they gonna leave me? Are they going to dismiss me? Are they going to shun me? Yeah, it feels like this energy of like putting a wall up and going like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to be around you anymore. That kind of thing. You may have fears that are coming up around that. But this combination of cards for a theme is all about standing in your power, standing your ground, not letting people walk all over you, not letting people take advantage of you, even if they are in love with you or you're in love with them. This could be anything from a really heart-centered friendship to a familial relationship. A family member for sure looks to be coming in here, whether that's your romantic partner or not. Could also be, of course, your romantic partner energy. What a Two of Cups presents is a reciprocal heart connection. So as you are able to stand your ground and create the boundaries that set you up for a healthy relationship, it gives back to you. And not just a little bit, right? Abundantly. These standards are set and grounded so that the relationship becomes much more abundant. And I also feel like strengthening your body, like you might have to, because it's so physical, right? Our body is the physical part of us and the vessel that we walk in. So you may have to gear up to be strong enough. You may be walking into a new practice that has to do with strengthening your body, and somebody in your life really is not too happy about that, or they feel like that it's taking time away from them or something to that effect. Stand your ground there. The standard is you're prioritizing your needs and what it is that can make you the most healthy and strong to give back to the relationship, right? So I feel that you're gonna have lots and lots of success, because this is a powerhouse triplet of cards. And when it comes to a theme energy all through August, you're probably going to be asked to set some of those standards for yourself and keep them. When you feel like someone is like walking all over you or taking advantage of you because you're in a vulnerable state, this is the time where you start to say, no, that's not okay. Or I'm doing this for me and that's that. Like there's no conversation. I'm not trying to have a conversation about it with you. I'm telling you this, and we can go from there. And because the 10 of Pentacles is present, there's just this overwhelming amount of prosperity. So even though it might feel a little bit difficult at first, let's say, what happens is everybody benefits in the long run. Maybe you're doing a new workout plan or something, and it allows you to be more present for your family because you have more energy. You have more stamina. Yeah, they're saying. Maybe you're putting in a new eating plan or some kind of new diet of some sort where you're implementing healthier foods. And at first, people are like, thumbs down. I'm not interested in this. I want the old stuff back. But given time, if you hold your boundary, if you stand your ground, they have more energy. They're feeling better. There's something that's healing and making them feel more abundant and grounded. So it really does feel like this energy, although it may be hard at first, it's going to positively affect yourself and the relationships that you're in to create this extreme amount of abundance. It's wonderful. And look, you can even see the generational family depicted in this card. Like, you may be shifting something. Yeah, they're saying for some of you, it will show up as like a generational shift, changing the way that you eat, changing the way that you do a schedule, changing the way that you run your household, changing the way that you take care of your body, changing the way that you do something that has always happened in your lineage, just the way you were brought up, that's what you're used to and comfortable in, but you're stopping that cycle and making it much, much more abundant instead. It's wonderful energy. Now, I'm very interested with the romantic partner because I think that if you're already coupled up, this definitely will have something to do with your romantic partner there. If you're not coupled up or you're looking for a romantic partner, this is a good indication that there's energy surrounding it for you in August. So let's see what they have to say about it. The Four of Pentacles. This is a wonderful card of strength and stability of your body. And you can see she's kind of levitating and meditating at the same time. And the Queen of Cups. This is wonderful. Okay. If you are currently looking for, they want me to start there. If you're looking for or wanting to have a romantic partner in your life, some of you are not going to love to hear this message because I'm sure you've heard it before and maybe it's just been difficult or hard, because, you want someone to spend your life with or you're feeling a bit lonely, etc. The message of these cards is ground and stabilize yourself. Take care of yourself. Strengthen yourself, right? 1 and a 4, and there's that 4 again. It's this feeling of, I need to make sure that I'm okay first, that I am stable and strong, that I am able and capable, that I understand that I have everything that I need. So we're coming out of a need or a wanting, which sometimes can be like a lack energy, right? When you want something so badly that you keep telling spirit you just want it and you keep bugging them about when it's going to come in and what am I doing wrong and what do I have to blah, blah, blah. And you keep talking about it in the way of longing, it turns into a lack message because what you're actually telling spirit is that you don't have it, right? I want this, and what spirit understands is like, I don't have this, right? That's what it turns into. Now, it's completely okay to want something, but the focus here for you with the Four of Pentacles is to stabilize your body, stabilize your life. Look at the things that you have that you can shift or change to make you more grounded. I mean, Pentacles is earth energy, so if we're talking about the body, that's the suit that we're looking for. Now they put this Queen of Cups here, which is why I'm saying you may not love this message because it's like, yeah, but just tell me how to find them. And that's not how it works. And this is the age-old message of take care of yourself, love yourself, give to yourself, make sure that you're prioritizing your self-care, your heart energy. A Queen of Cups is such a beautiful leader. She's so good at being able to be compassionate and empathetic to others, but she does not do that before she has given that to herself. So if you're looking for a romantic partner, all of the focus is returning to you this month. All you're doing is taking care of yourself, stabilizing your own life, your own body, perhaps your finances even. The Queen of Cups wants you to love yourself. She's the queen of self-care, basically. And she has this heart of gold. So perhaps you have been hurt before. There may be things that you need to process emotionally when you get a Queen of Cups that you need to dig into, that you need to give yourself some love about. Forgiveness comes up, right? For yourself. Forgiveness, compassion, empathy, understanding. This is complete focus on really loving yourself and regrounding yourself. If you're already in a romantic relationship, it's the same message. However, of course, you're going to be contending with this energy, and we're seeing how the overlap can happen here, right? Where you may have to set some boundaries and stick to them and say, absolutely not. I need to get myself stable. I need to get myself in order. Or this could speak to finances as well. If you're looking at finances and you're talking to your partner about finances, You may have to have conversations, and the way that you would do that with a Queen of Cups coupling this energy is in a loving way, in a compassionate way, open-hearted way, listening to someone else and their experience or what their ideas are, etc., in order to be able to respond from a loving place, right? We're not going to be out to harm people. The thing that you want to look out for here is having conversations or engaging with your romantic partner in a way that is completely emotionally unstable, right? Like, so you're really upset about something and you're completely ungrounded, which is the lower expression of these cards combined. I'm completely unstable. I do not feel grounded at all, and my emotions are all over the place, and now I'm going to talk to you about it. It's not to say that you shouldn't be sharing or working things out or processing things with your romantic partner, but it's just not going to give you the best results here. This theme is to make sure that you are, as you're considering or in the connection to a romantic partner, you are making sure that you're coming at the relationship from a very grounded place, a place where you go, I have everything I need and I love myself enough. And then I move into that conversation, that, that trip, that situation, whatever it may be. So there's a real focus in the heart connection here to make sure that you're not. It almost feels like what we don't want to be doing is looking to someone else, looking to that romantic partner or that relationship to validate how we feel or how grounded and stable we feel in your own body and in your own heart. This is important for you to give this to yourself. And that's why I'm guessing that we're seeing the overlap here with the boundaries and the abundance that comes from having your own standards for yourself, thinking about what those are, not going, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should change? What do you, blah, 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 right? Like having someone else tell you what you need and how to strengthen your own body or what changes need to be made. You can ask people's opinions, of course, and that may be very valuable, but you've got to be ready to take them in and still connect and understand your own self in order to be able to get this shift that's completely abundant. And as I said, it will positively affect the relationship with you doing this. It's part of your theme here. Loving yourself, stabilizing yourself, understanding the boundaries and saying yes when you mean yes, no when you mean no, looking at your standards and keeping them. It's like loving yourself enough to keep them and expressing that in your relationships, especially with the people that you love, the people that matter most to you, right? Now, when it comes to this theme here, making new friends, we have the opening, right? There's this feeling of expansion that comes here because perhaps we're transforming or trying new things. And so new people may be entering your life in August, or at the very least, Spirit's trying to get you to be a willing and open participant to welcome in new energies into your life. And perhaps they're energies on the back of you starting to realize exactly what it is that you do want. So now they're able to bring in a different frequency or a different kind of person who operates at a different kind of frequency, and they really want you to be open to it. Let's see what we have here. Yes, the Star card. Okay, this is a dream come true, hoping and wishing energy, and a Six of Cups. Okay, a couple of messages now from this energy. Lovely, quite lovely. Okay, well, the Star card is a major arcana card, and it is everything you hope for. It's a card of faith. It's a card of your dreams, what you truly want. So again, if you're not seeing the physical friends coming into your life, this is about really aligning yourself with who it is you want to attract. What kind of romantic partner do you want if you're looking for one? What kind of friendship do you want? What type of person do you want to exchange energy with? What do they do for their job? What do they do for their hobbies? How do they speak? What do they wear? What are their interests? Thinking and vibrating in the wish land. So it's like sending out this wish or sending out this dream or allowing yourself to regain hope that new people are going to be entering your life or are available. For me, it feels like they're asking about this. Like, what do you want, right? Who is your What do you envision as your most, like your best friend, your most connected friend? What does it feel like to hang out with them? What do they help you with? What do you help them with? It's this envisioning energy and trusting and returning to this hopeful place that is available for you. Now, with the Six of Cups, this is a bit of a nostalgia card. And so with this showing up and a friends card like that, I can't not say that there may be some blasts from the past coming up, friends from the past reconnecting, or this pull or this feeling where you feel called to connect with someone from your past, or maybe a friend from your past. It also may just be that you're reflecting and remembering good times that you had to pull from, because the Six of Cups in a real high expression is pulling something from your past experience that you would like to take with you. And it's not something negative. It's always something that fills your heart with happiness or joy or love. So maybe you're thinking about the friends that you've had in your life and the ones that really made you feel special, or that made you feel super connected, unconditionally loved, the people that were loyal to you, the people that maybe didn't take advantage of you, the things that felt really, really good, and you're taking from that to restore your hopeful energy, or to send that signal out to spirit. I would like a friend like so-and-so. We used to have so much fun. They made me feel like I could conquer the world, and I always was so happy to be around them, and every time I'd leave, I just feel like lighter or better. You may be looking at that, but also, as I said, there may be some blasts from the past or people popping up into your mind or otherwise into your physical life to reconnect. Old friends coming in, or old people coming in that you knew in the past, coming in to reconnect in some way. And maybe they've changed. I mean, this says new friends. So if we're talking about old friends, there may be a new element to them. What I would do is, they're giving me a warning here with this kind of a theme going on. What I would say, group one, is if somebody from your past pops up, make sure that you're giving yourself time to acclimate. It's the feeling of not getting your hopes up before you let them fully into your heart, right? It's a bit of skepticism, if I'm honest, that I'm feeling. Like, what is going on? And it's okay to be a bit skeptical. Spirit will reveal, what's really going on, as long as you keep that channel open and you're asking about it. Like, if someone returns into your life that you purposefully created boundaries around and they haven't changed, then Spirit's checking on if you're going to say yes to that still or not, if you're going to get caught up in a cycle from the past that didn't fulfill you or wasn't positive for you. So I would just kind of easy does it if someone's coming back in, and allow yourself to process, ask questions, go slow before you get your hopes up. Because if these cards are reversed, then there's this expectation where we're getting our hopes up and then being disappointed from something that went on in the past. And so I just need to warn you of that as this kind of triplet is coming through. It feels like they want information from you, and Spirit does that in like a bunch of different ways. Like your spirit team and your relationships guide will be offering you up opportunities for sure. It could also be that you're making a new friend that will someday be your romantic partner, and they're checking on what it is that you're going to say yes to. Maybe you've been in relationships that haven't worked out for one reason or another. If they bring somebody in who feels like they're in the same frequency as something that didn't work for you, so bringing up a feeling from the past, okay, you need to be strong enough to say, no, this is not the standard that I want. And that also gives Spirit information. It gives your relationship guide information to be able to go, they're saying no to this, so this seems to be a no. And then they may try something else, right? So it's this open energy with your standards intact to invite people into your life that will exchange energy with you in a loving and reciprocal way. These are not people that are going to be taking advantage of you or making you feel bad or asking too much of you or exhausting you, right? It feels like you're saying no, or you have had, maybe you've already been in that energy, and you're coming into August standing your ground and vying for yourself, like you're fighting for yourself almost, it feels like. You're prioritizing yourself, you're learning to understand yourself better. Even your whys may be answered. Why did I do that? Why do I want this? You may be able to answer some of those questions here. And then you start to feel this faith in yourself and this faith in your future and the dreams that you have for yourself, or the dreams that you have in relationships, really coming to pass as you move through the month. And it's because you're being open, you're being aware, you're ready to transform, you're creating this abundant energy. And even if it's difficult in the relationships that you have or the relationships that you want, you're saying, no, this doesn't work. Yes, this is what I'd like. And you're surrendering over. Let's see, we do have surrender cards coming in next. So let's see what we get here for you, because this really feels relationship focused mostly, with the prioritization of understanding yourself. So attracting in the relationships that are best for you based on what it is you truly desire, and then not questioning that anymore, but standing strong in it, and then fielding what is being provided for you from spirit to give them more information. It's back and forth communication all the time with your team. Okay, let's see what you're meant to surrender over the course of the month, or at least be aware of. Oh, okay, love this. Love this energy. This is kind of that opening that we want. Surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So that is a very clear and distinct message for you. We haven't really seen this like super light energy come up, and now we see it here. They're giving you a hint, like there's a frequency that you're meant to stay away from, and we keep surrendering to the joy to stay high vibrating, even if it's difficult, right? During both the hard and the easy times, we keep looking for that joy energy, looking for that hope energy, keeping the faith, loving yourself, and putting into practice whatever is going to make you feel especially physically strong. Let's see what else. Do I see it? Ah, not surprising that this group is getting this card, right? Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. That's what we were talking about, right? If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious, or how Spirit was giving it to me is skeptical. If you are energized and happy, move forward. That's a literal reiteration of what we were just saying, right? About noticing how it feels. If they're bringing in something because they're trying to check on it, if it doesn't feel good, your body's going to tell you. Strengthen your body. They're telling you you have wisdom in your body this month, and if you listen to it, you're going to know if you're feeling happy, joyful, energized. This is someone you want to invite into your life. If you feel drained or uncomfortable, sad, upset, frustrated, probably not what you're looking to say yes to, right? That may give you some information about where it is you want to stand your ground or set your standards here. And I love that they're pulling in joy and the body as you have this card. It's really a wonderful start to something that's going to create this beautiful foundational energy, which is where our body is, right? Our body is our foundation, and your spirit is living in there, in the body. And of course, it's unlimited. But it's carrying your core energy around. So when you start strengthening and listening to your body, the wisdom of your body, you might get the answers that you need without thinking through things so much or needing to go down this huge processing track. Your body seems to have the wisdom that you need in this group for the month, and it will tell you, don't you dare give in there, or this is a hard no, or this feels amazing, right? Oh my goodness. If the joy comes up, especially in your relationships, you can see here you're meant to just lean fully into that energy. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get some more messages for you now for August, my group ones. They just said much improvement. They just said that. Much improvement. Okay, let's see what we have here. Reevaluate. In the starlit sky, We still look for the falling stars. Interesting. This has to do with, of course, reevaluating what you're willing to accept into your life, all of the things we've been talking about. So it's a month of reevaluation. But again, I feel that you are going to be very privy to the answers that you need. And when in doubt, this group just needs to go to their body. Go, what do you need? What are you telling me? You want to get real good at the language that your body is providing for you or what it's saying. And to reevaluate your relationships is what I would say. Or reevaluate your standards, what you truly want, and what's going on in your relationships. Ooh, okay. Oh, look at that. From chaos comes calm. New beginnings. Wonderful. It's not a ton of new beginnings energy that we've picked up here for you, but we do have that one with that 4. It's like a new way to become stable, powerful, strong, and stand on a solid foundation, building this solid foundation. So if it's been a bit chaotic and all over the place, remember, we're not leaning into that energy for this group at all in the month of August. We're looking for high frequency, stable foundation. And so anytime you are in a position where you feel like that chaos is getting to you, or you are in the midst of like an emotional influx, there's nothing wrong with having an emotional influx, right? It's just you've got to notice how your body is responding to things. And if it feels ungrounded, stop, reevaluate, return to your grounding energy. Listen to yourself and your heart about what it is that you truly desire here, what it is you need to do, and keep in contact with your body. Ask, what is the most joyful act I could do right now? What do I need to do for you that you need, right? How can I get into the highest frequency right now? What action do I need to take? Again, your body's gonna just tell you. You may need to shift things, change things, eat something different, do something different, take a step away and rest, etc. So if you're feeling that chaos energy, yeah, they're talking about this card here for a second. In the starlit sky, we look for falling stars. Falling stars are like the energy of loss as opposed to shooting stars, which is what you have here. So when you notice the falling stars, it's giving you information to be able to take back and bring, again, the falling stars, what went wrong. It's trying to give you information so you can look at what was right to add it to those shooting stars, those dreams that you have for your future. So reevaluating throughout the month in order to establish new energy, new beginnings, new boundaries, etc. If it feels chaotic, I would step away because your whole energy is really about regrounding, reevaluate, reground, reevaluate, reground, set the boundary, set the boundary. So if you find yourself like, you didn't keep the boundary, you didn't keep the consequence, something happened and you just didn't have the strength to do it, forgive yourself easily and quickly. Remember this Queen of Cups. Forgive yourself as quickly as you can and move back into the grounding energy. I mean, it's really the goal. Like if you say yes to a date, but your gut is telling you no, but you're like, why not? Try it, right? Whatever. Let's be open. We're open to making new friends. And it doesn't go well. And you're like, oh my God, this is a hard no. And then you're beating yourself up. Oh, I knew that. Why didn't I trust my intuition? Why didn't I listen to that voice? Blah, blah, blah. Spirit is going to guide you to get over it as quickly as possible and reground. Just go, we all make mistakes. It was worth a shot. I'm not going to waste any more of my time on it. I'm realigning with this. This is a hard no for me. Back to my foundation as quickly as you can this month. Okay, final messages now for you. Group 1. Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. Appreciation energy. So forgiving yourself easily and quickly, having appreciation for yourself first, because I do feel like there is a prioritization of your own energy, of your own light, etc. That's going to be important for this group for sure this month. Appreciate what you've been through. Understand yourself first before you go out and start attracting other people, because if you don't, you may have spirit like sending you those messages, those signs, those experiences with people that you're like, this is not what I'm looking to attract. So as long as you can appreciate yourself first is what I would say. It will dissolve any kind of blocks that you have to present yourself or to keep the standards or to really send a very clear signal about what it is that you're willing to attract into your life or keep in your life or what you truly do want without having to say over and over again, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like appreciate what you have, appreciate who you are, right? It's a returning back to you and prioritizing you. Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. And of course, this is that deck, right? The super attractor deck. Okay, and final message, please. You want this? Okay. Bottom card here. Oh, more about joy. Love it. Nice. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. So coming from that high frequency place. And once again, you're all foundational energy. So it's so much easier when you feel grounded to zoom up and experience joy, even in a small situation or in a small moment, you'll notice it. And this final message is really reminding you of that. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening all around me. And we know it's going to affect the people in your life, the decisions that you're making, the changes that you're making, the choices that you're making this month. It just feels like there's this wonderful opportunity for you to not only experience joy for yourself, but to bring that into other people's lives as well. Because when people are joyful, right? When you surrender to joy and you just have a bit more fun, it attracts more joy, right? So appreciation and joy coming up again to close your reading. These were all the messages I have for you, group number 1 for the month of August. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If something resonated with you, you can leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next reading. I hope you have a wonderful August. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your August reading. If you are listening to this, you've chosen the second card option with the lemon card, Access Innovative Thinking. And this is card number 23. So we'll look at the 2, we'll look at the 3. To me, this is creative decision making, creative choices, bringing in all of your creative thinking, innovative thinking in order to make the best decisions for you. Also together, that's a 5. So there seems to be some changes that may be coming for you or being asked of you with these choices that you're making through the month of August. Before we get into your themes, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that and make sure you click that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future pick a card readings. Okay, 3 themes that we're looking at for you for the month ahead. Let's see what we have here. There's 1, 2, and I see this one here is 3. Oh, they're yelling at me. Is it this one? They're yelling at me. It's this one. I apologize. Whoa. Gotta love when spirit raises their voices. Okay, I'm just gonna move your card over to the side and we'll remember that. Bright, bright yellow. Very solar plexus heavy, right? Yellow, bright yellow, that's your 3rd chakra that accesses ambition, motivation, and of course, I decide, I will, that's that chakra. So definitely decision making coming in. Let's see what we have here for your themes. Visualization, got it, lovely. Definitely using your mind in an innovative way there. Laughter. This card is lovely as well. Look at all this blue. So your brow chakra and your throat chakra are blue energy. So you're getting 2 blue cards, 3 blue cards, higher consciousness. Interesting. Wow, this group. This feels like a very light, imaginative, wise, wisdom, insightful kind of month that you are going to have. Let us get some more information. Look at all this blue. It's almost like you're getting the vision, you're getting the wisdom. Maybe it's from doing things that are joyful or raising your vibration. making time to laugh or laughing at yourself, not taking things so seriously. And this allows you to make these decisions right to the bright yellow. It's like beaming energy in August. Okay, let's get some more information for sure. We'll start with the visualization card. Let's see what else Spirit has to say for you. Visualization. Ooh, the Fool. Wow. Okay, visualization and the Fool card. This is the first card of the major arcana. It marks the start of something new. Sometimes there's like a risk energy, anticipation energy, really getting excited for a new path, a new endeavor, a new goal that you're working towards. And to have it with the visualization card is very interesting because it's like envisioning the path before you take it on. Let's see what we have coupling it. And the Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay, so there is some work to do here. This is an interesting depiction. You can see the sword is being handed to her. There's nothing wrong with her, nothing harming her here. She's curled up in a ball, blindfolded, but all of these swords are around her. And then we're getting this gift of a sword in this depiction, which is nice. Again, insight, higher consciousness, etc. The truth is really what it is. The truth or clarity. So, well, I feel like there is a pause that's happening for you in August. They're noting a need to get your mind right, basically. To access innovative thinking, we are not being held back at all by this kind of energy. So this card is a card of manifestation. When you get the Suit of Swords, you're talking about air. So you're going to be accessing your mind, right? Looking for the truth and the reality of things. This card is a tricky card because we hold ourselves back in our mind. Like there's nothing harming her here, but in her head, she's worried, she's afraid, she's scared, she's telling herself something that just isn't true, and so she's curled up in this ball. If she were to just take her blindfold off, not only would she realize that she has nothing to fear, nothing's harming her, that was all in her head, but she's being gifted what I think is connecting here. These theme cards, they always connect in some way, it seems, for the month. So I feel that the insight or the clarity comes when you start breaking free of any kind of weird illusions that you're telling yourself about this new path or about what you want to do in the future or about like the dreams that you have. Because we're working with a visualization energy, it does feel like a pause to discover the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from embarking upon your true next journey or your true path or what it is that you're truly excited about. So you might get excited about something and then you see it in your head and you're loving it so much, and then the fears come in and you curl up in a ball and you go, no, I can't do this. And you have all these excuses ready and your mind is telling you all of these things. And so then you stop thinking about it, you stop visualizing it, you stop imagining it for yourself, and it stops you from moving forward. This to me says we want to lean into allowing the innovative thinking and the imaginative thinking around what it is you truly do desire and what you want. Whatever excites you and creates that anticipation energy of like, I have no clue how this would happen or when it would happen or how I would get there, but I really get excited when I think about this, when I think about doing this, when I envision myself having created this or getting to this goal or being successful in this. Whatever that is, that's the kind of energy we want to stay in as much as possible in the month of August. Group 2. This is about using your mind in a way that not only serves you, but is going to push you forward onto that path eventually. And perhaps for some of you, this will be an easier thing than for others. Like you'll visualize it and then you'll be ready to do it. And so then you'll jump on it and you'll jump into it and you'll take the risk or you'll do the thing or you'll make the move. The reason why I'm saying that is because you have such a bright yellow card that you've chosen with like creative decision making and change. And then you've got this Fool card here. So it's like you may bring, if you can get out of your head and the excuses and the things that are holding you back. This card is a card of victimization in a low expression. So nobody's victimizing us. We're victimizing ourselves at this point. Even if someone has told you over and over again, you're not smart, you can't do it, you need more, whatever they've told you, and you've been believing it, it's not on them, it's on you, is what they're saying. That's what's holding you back. So the minute you can gauge the truth, gauge the insight, take that sword from spirit, it allows you to make this decision. You know, it allows you to creatively move forward. So for some of you, it will just be getting comfortable in the visualization, feeling how it feels to start that path and move through it, even not knowing how the heck it's going to turn out or what's in front of you. And noticing what's coming up when you start to do that, like what makes you scared, what makes you nervous, what you're saying to yourself that is not serving you, right? And working through that energy throughout the month of August. And for some of you, it will be bringing your visions to life and actually embarking upon that path and saying, absolutely not. I'm pulling this blindfold off. I'm standing up. I'm taking this sword of truth and I am moving forward, and I'm not going to be afraid. I will figure it out as I go. And that's that. I want what I'm envisioning to come to life. And in order to do that, I've got to make the decision to tell myself the real truth right now, to not hold myself back in my mind. Whatever it is that you can think about, especially with this card, innovative thinking, whatever it is that you think about, you're going to bring to life. So if you keep holding yourself back, it's going to be harder to make that decision. But again, for some of you, it will just be in the visualization land, which is like setting you up to be able to have the courage to jump onto that new path in the future. And for some of you, it will most certainly be getting over that fear, telling yourself, oh my God, these are all lies that I was telling myself. I'm not listening to that stuff anymore. I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump in. We'll see how it goes. I'll figure it out as I go along, right? Whatever. It's fine. You don't know how that vision that you have is going to come to life along the way. You're just meant to kind of like take the first step. You see, she only sees the step in front of her, right? And she just keeps moseying, figure it out as I go along. That's why the major arcana is called the Fool's Journey oftentimes, because the Fool is the beginning. You're not supposed to know the whole path. You're just supposed to have at it. So this is a very fun energy, and it can also be a very scary energy, but you're setting your mind free. You're breaking through these chains that may have been holding you back mentally. And Spirit's just telling you, visualize the best, because your mind is your responsibility. And if anything is holding you back, even if it originated or stems from something someone else gave to you, like conditioning, or you just were convinced about something, it's not their problem, it's yours. So you've got to rectify it, take responsibility for what you're thinking, and set your mind free. Look at what's real and give yourself the pat on the back. Give yourself the boost. Visualize yourself in your highest alignment. Love it. Love this energy. Okay, and then we have a laughter card. Again, all blue energy. So you're working with your throat, which is all about truth energy. Throat chakra, brow chakra, visualization. This tells me to make light of things. So what you're seeing, what you're hearing, instead of jumping to conclusions and taking things so seriously, etc., we want a lighter approach to life, to laugh about the past, laugh about what you were believing, instead of beating yourself up over it, having more of a joyous time. It's like lightness of life in August. And that raises your frequency anyway, like quickly when you notice things, or you spend time around people who make you laugh, or you watch things that make you laugh. So maybe you're taking a break from the heavy documentaries or the scary movies or the dramas, and you're just watching comedies, or you're just watching things that make you laugh so hard that you cry. That's what they just said. Make you laugh so hard that you cry. Or you just make sure that you're spending more time around people who are funny, or instead of focusing the majority of your attention on, like in conversation with people, on the things that are hard, things that are heavy, the struggles that are happening, you're really wanting to know and inquiring about the things that they love, that have been lighter for them, the things that they enjoy, the funny experiences. And you're asking about that, like consciously. Let's see what we have connected. The womb. Ooh, this is an extra card in this deck, card number 22. So the final card of the major arcana is card number 21. That is the world card, when everything comes to fruition. The fact that you're getting the 22 card, extra card, it's the card after, right? in this deck after the World card, the final card, and you're getting the Fool here. You're in a gestation energy, which the womb is all about growth within, right? The cells coming together. Think about a womb. If you just think about a womb and what that represents and what it is, that's this energy. And so like you're giggling in the womb. Okay, let me just see what this card is. 5 of Swords, lovely. I mean, it's a hard card mentally. Dealing with a lot of mental energy. Again, not surprising as you're choosing a thinking card here. Okay. Let it ruminate. That's what they just said. Let it ruminate. We're really looking for a positive spin to shift the mind and letting things ruminate. This is the in-between land. It's like the space between. That's what the womb energy is. Something has completed and you fulfilled some sort of energy in your life. So that could be a season of life energy or some kind of thought process that you've been thinking about or a relationship. Something is kind of coming to a close and you're in this in-between state. So again, for some of you, you may not be ready to get into the Fool card just yet, or maybe that happens as you're moving throughout August. But here in the womb, with a laughter card too, and a 5 of Swords, this is about taking the things in your mind that are conflicting and turning them into something that is light, fresh is the word they just said, fresh, and easy. Simplifying things, finding the silver lining, making them funny almost. You know, for some of you, this may be easier than for others. It's not that you're supposed to make light of, you know, the heavy things that are necessarily important, etc. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this combination says there's conflict that's been going on, especially in your mental state, in your mind. Perhaps worry. You may have been finding yourself fighting with people, having these arguments over things that you're worrying about and the stuff that's going on in your head. And the low expression of this sees you kind of just ruminating in your head in a way that it's like a negative cycle over and over again. And the conflict just kind of takes you over. Because you have that energy coupled with a womb energy, you in a low expression are going to feel the opposite of all this energy if you lean into it, which is what we want to completely avoid, group 2. This is like a low expression of this would be feeling super lost, aimless, kind of journeying in the unknown. You have no clue what you're doing. You're feeling super conflicted about it. It's really racking your head. Maybe you're having a hard time sleeping. Everything feels very heavy, burdensome. Nothing is funny. You don't smile. You're taking life way too seriously and it is racking your head. You feel lost. Now, the high expression of this energy just makes you want to smile. It makes me want to smile. I'm smiling right now. Naturally, because what we're doing here is we're taking this 5 and using it to change. You see the 23-5 you have changing your mind. You're looking for a shift in your mindset and thinking about the space in between as this magical, wonderful land where things become lighter, things become easier to understand, things become more humorous, joyful, happy. You're able to laugh at yourself. You're able to laugh at other people and what they're doing. You know, you're really not kind of holding on to things or feeling the weighted energy, right? In the womb, there's no weight. You can see she's floating. We're floating around and going, I wonder what this is. It's like this super open, void kind of energy that feels enlightened with limitless possibility. And you have this higher consciousness card along with a visualization energy. You are going to be privy to the wisdom and your higher consciousness directing you. But if you lean into conflicting, chaotic thought processes, feeling like you're completely lost with no one to guide you alone, and everything is heavy and hard, I mean, the connection to the higher consciousness will be very difficult from that space. So they want you to realize you're in a sea of stars. You know, you're in the in-between. You're floating around as a divine being and looking at things from a different perspective. Not difficult, but funny. I mean, it's really like infusing your life through August with laughter, however it is that you can. I mean, if you could laugh every day, I would say laugh every day. If you can find something to giggle about, they're saying practical jokes, you know, the things that are just fun. Even your childlike self may want to come out here. We're talking about a womb, a child. It's like that young energy, because the way a child looks at the world is very different than, you know, when an adult looks at the world. And if it's been hard and something is bogging you down in your mind, this is the antidote to that. You are in a space in between, and that's okay. You get to decide how it is you're going to think about that space and what it has to offer you. Maybe it offers you an endless amount of joy and laughter. Maybe it offers you the most lonely, deep, difficult space ever, right? Conflicting space ever. You get to choose. And we saw here with this Eight of Swords, you see how they're working together, that you're the one who's in charge of your mind, taking responsibility of your mind, and in this case, your perspective by which you see the in-between, by which you see the transition energy. I like to picture the void like a sea of stars, right? Like you're in the middle and there's all this limitless opportunity all around you, and you're just kind of swimming in it, floating in it, waiting to be directed. And in the meantime, for you guys, group 2, having a bit of fun in it, you know? Visualize yourself having fun in the void. I mean, that will shift your perspective right away. There's so much to be discovered. I wonder what I'll understand, know, or get clarity on next. I wonder what insights are going to hit me in this beautiful starry void or this beautiful sea of possibility. You know, that's the goal. It's like a massively expansive mindset, because look what's flanking it, right? This is like massively expansive consciousness. That's the energy you guys have for August. And this is how you're able to then access this innovative thinking for yourself. It's awesome energy. So keep it as light as possible in the in-between. Try to shift the way that you view things, the way that you think about things. Yeah, it's like positive quotes, things like that. Okay. Let's see what this higher consciousness is all about. I'm so interested. What are we going to be getting? Okay. To help you understand, to help you make decisions. Once again, tapping into the cosmos, into your divinity, into your spirit team, into that divine wisdom. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys are group number 2, and you're getting the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, which is, look at her. Look at her. She's got the cosmos in her hands and she's listening. This is the intuitive of the major arcana. Getting a High Priestess with the higher consciousness card, you guys are privy to some divine information, things that are known but not seen yet, right? That kind of energy. She is the intuitive, as I said, of the major arcana. So she knows the unknown, right? I bet that's going to make this Fool energy a bit less scary for you. This energy is going to aid you. She's going to aid you. That's the feeling. So not only with the Two of Swords, you'll be going like, what do I do? Which way do I go? Which decisions should I make, right? How can I creatively understand how it is that I'm supposed to make this decision or what I'm meant to do? Because you're working from a joyous space, hopefully, with this open consciousness, open mind, imagination, visualization, you have access to creativity, most certainly. In this case, you're the only one who will hold yourself back from that group 2, for sure. This Two of Swords can see us really contemplating decisions between our heart and our mind. What is our intuition telling us? What is our mind telling us? With a higher consciousness and the High Priestess, you're always going to lean toward your intuition in the month of August. Your intuition is what's going to tell you what's clear, what's right, what to do, how to choose. Lead you in the right direction, lead you to the next star. You know, she's literally walking. It looks like she's kind of walking in the starry night void, right? It's almost like she's you. And this is a 22, the womb, and it's lovely energy. Yeah, lots of 2s. It feels like you already have something percolating and there are some blocks in place, and through August, they're looking to just banish those blocks to get you to break through them. Just have this like breakthrough energy where you realize, holy, I have access to all this wisdom. I am not sitting here alone in some weird dark void. I have access to this. Oh yeah, amazing. And every time you need to make a decision, you're looking for the truth, the insight. Here's that sword. You're going to receive it here and go like, oh, right, this is the way to go. And because you have the high priestess, again, she oftentimes will not even speak because she just looks at you and she knows. She intuitively has the connection to the higher consciousness or the higher power. So as I said, they're doubling down on this theme for you. This group is highly intuitive, highly conscious, and is going to be most certainly in alignment to use it this month. They're like, it's not like use it or lose it. It's just, let's make the most of this energy, please. Because it's a massive shift in it may be your consciousness, but it's a massive shift in the way that you think, period. It's innovative, right? This is the card you chose. And then from there, the decisions that you make may change. The choices that you make, the changes that you make are going to change. They become completely aligned with the higher consciousness, your life's purpose, this kind of thing, what you're meant to innovate, what you're meant to step into next, etc. So you've got to trust your intuition. You have to be open to this, is what I would say. I mean, the doubling down, I would never, with this combination of cards, just think about something and then go with my analytics. That would be, I would say it would be a mistake here. I mean, I think it's a mistake all the time, right? To just think about something and not ask your intuition, not ask your spirit team, not ask your guides to help you when you have them. But with this triplet, it's like all decisions are intuitive. They come from a higher understanding, a higher wisdom. Access to that is yours. You need to use it, is basically what they're saying. You are the high priestess who has that channel open and is listening and waits for the knowing and understands. When she understands, then she chooses. And I just feel like it's lightness of spirit. This is, again, a massive like expansion, opening, etc. energy, especially of your higher chakras. And because, again, you have this bright, it's almost blinding solar plexus energy. It is going to help you get into that I decide, this is what I'm going to do energy. And this connects to this plane of existence, the physical plane. So you will bring it back around. It's not like you're just doing this to float around forever. You're doing it so that you can make decisions and go like, this is what I decide. And then move forward on your physical journey. Right. Yeah, they're right. I'm saying to spirit, they're not going to be floating in the abyss forever. And they said, well, what would be the point of that? Like, why would we be guiding them? Otherwise, they have a physical journey to live, like a physical life to lead. That's what the guidance is for, True. Okay, let's look at a couple of surrender messages for you. Okay, surrender to setting limits. Interesting. Wow. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. This, I would say, has to do with the physical plane. We haven't seen much of that in this group except for with, of course, the card that you've chosen. This is a decision card. This is a decision card. It's choosing to say, no. Now, this may be limits in your own mind, I would say, right? Because we're really working with that energy. You have swords in each of these couplings with a major arcana card connected. Big shifts, big changes, mental energy, connected energy, clarity, truth, etc. Your mind. So surrender to setting limits. If you have people in your life that don't get this, right? Because that happens all the time, of course. It's a thing, right? People don't understand sometimes the divine connection because you really got to feel it for yourself. If you're intuitive, you need to believe that. It doesn't matter if I believe that you're intuitive, which I do, just saying, but it doesn't matter if anybody else believes that you have access to this higher consciousness, higher wisdom, that what you visualize you can become, etc. It doesn't matter if they believe it. The mental state is your responsibility. So if you have other people in your life that are going like eye roll, oh my God, they're making you feel less than or degrading your connection, then maybe not talk to them about that. Become the high priestess. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what it is that you're receiving or use it to make your own decisions, but maybe you don't need to express it to them. Maybe you need to set a limit where you don't want to talk to them about that, or you're putting your hand up to say, no, that's not for me. This also may be that you are setting limits based on what it is that you're learning. I mean, I feel like you're going to be getting these hits. You're going to be allowing yourself to free up your mind and raise the frequency to look from a different perspective for sure, to see your life, to see your future in a different way. And that may automatically get you to understand that you have to set some boundaries in places because it doesn't align with what it is that's coming in that you're understanding for yourself or what you're visualizing, right? You may want something that you're visualizing in the future and you start realizing, oh wait, if I keep doing this, if I keep accepting this, then I'm not gonna get into that frequency. And here you are setting the limit. They're telling you no is a complete sentence, and that's all it has to be. Okay? And it might even feel humorous or ridiculous, they're saying, that you didn't have that boundary before. So laugh it off and then set the boundary. Okay, great. And I also just definitely feel that with your mindset too. You may need to set like, I don't think that anymore. I don't subscribe to that kind of thinking. That's not what we say to ourselves, period. No. Yeah, okay. Wow. Surrender your need to always be right. Ooh. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Wow. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. So both of these are talking about relationships. See, it's really using your mind. It feels like using your mind in a different way to see into your external world. And of course, that includes relationships, being able to set boundaries. And so saying no and then also letting them be right. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Spirit is talking about there is a control thread that they're looking to extinguish or dissolve in the month of August for you guys. And that's what this is about. So you can take that as it resonates. Anything that you're trying to control that's outside of yourself, these energies help to dissolve that control block. So maybe your mind is being too rigid with things and it's holding you back as well. And so they want you to get clear about what it is that you're saying yes or no to without having to exert your control over other people, certainly not the universe. You can't control the universe or spirit, right? Maybe the way plans are happening, the order of things they're saying, like the order of how things happen. Yep, they're saying it again. There's a control thread that wants to be dissolved. They're looking at dissolving it for you. It may just free your mind right up too and help connect you to your channel really nicely. Let you, like if you have a control thing going on, which I know very well, believe me, the womb energy will feel really uncomfortable, right? It won't feel like this magical, expansive place. It will feel like you're out of control and you don't have anything to grasp onto. It won't feel comfortable. They're asking for you to get comfortable in that in-between energy where you're fully connecting, and instead of trying to grip onto what makes you feel comfortable, there's this release that's happening so that you can expand and then things can move differently. That's what they're giving me anyway. It just feels like seeing what happens when you choose for yourself, and that's it. Where you're not trying to choose for other people. You're making these creative choices for yourself. You're innovatively thinking for yourself. You're not going, well, and then I could solve this guy's problem, and that person's problem, and that person, and then, you know what I mean? It just feels like it also like setting limits around where you're path hopping or who you're trying to, again, control or solve their problems. They want it dissolved, and once it's dissolved, it allows access to a different frame of reference. It also may make you feel a whole lot lighter, right? You might be looking at what somebody's doing and going, that doesn't seem right to me, but let's see how it turns out, and giggling. It's just this lighter approach to life that doesn't require this white knuckling energy. Okay. We'll place your lemon card right back here. Let's get some more messages for you, group 2. Okay, August, group 2. Woo, interesting. Control thread. Yeah, that's how you use your solar plexus a bit more fluidly as well. Courage. Wish upon a star and release all limiting beliefs. My goodness. The word limit, limiting, setting limits, limiting beliefs, you know, pointing back to the mind and the conflict in the mind. It really feels like tuning in to your higher consciousness, allowing yourself to visualize what you truly do want. They're reminding you to release anything that might be holding you back. Thrive. There's enough space for the moon and her stars not to tear each other down. Okay. Kind of pointing to this, always needing to be right. It almost feels like, I don't know how to explain this energy group too, but it feels like it's like putting on a different set of glasses or something. You're suddenly seeing the world in a different way. You're seeing your relationships in a different way. You're seeing the partnerships you have in a different way. You're seeing situations that are going on in your life in a different way. And if you can allow yourself to tap into this courage to go, you know, I'm not going to believe what I used to believe because A, it doesn't feel as good. B, it's very limiting, right? I'm only going to say no to what feels like it's further limiting me or my consciousness or my dreams for the future or my energy that's bringing me down. And I'm going to let things move as they will. There's enough space for everyone to be doing whatever it is, and I want to thrive, right? Whatever it is they're meant to do. There's enough space for the moon and her stars not to tear each other down. You don't need to worry about other people. You're worrying about yourself and your connection and what you're doing for the future and what this like gestation period is providing you and the perspective it's providing you. It's like trying on a new pair of glasses and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can see. This is so interesting. I never saw it like that before. I never saw that like this before. I never realized that's why this person does that. So the minute you release control, you dissolve that thread, it gives you this wisdom that you just didn't have access to before. Okay, final messages for you now, group 4. Innovation, expansion, higher consciousness, intuition, and releasing your mind. It's like really wonderful. When I am connected to spirit, which you are, of course, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. I mean, that's just a sum up of your entire reading, right? When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Those look like wings to me. Feel free to take these affirmations if they're resonating with you. Okay, wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. So not trying to tear each other down, but allowing that abundance to be available for you and them at the same time. It's nice. It's almost like the feeling, again, of thriving, or there is more than enough to go around. We don't have to be pulling from someone else. You don't have to control somebody else. There's more than enough abundance to go around. And when you release somebody from control, or you release your mind, right? You release yourself from control, it, again, changes the perspective on what it is you desire for yourself, or what's available for yourself, and what's available for others. Yeah, it's like the whole world is now available or becomes available. I love this energy for you. Wow, group 2, you are definitely working with your higher chakras to bring change and make decisions in your life that are going to be amazing. I feel most certainly that you are in this expansive energy, and I hope that you lean into it. I hope that this reading serves you through the month of August. If you enjoyed this reading and you don't want to miss my future readings, of course, give this video a like, especially if something is resonating with you. You can leave me a comment down below. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. I hope you have a beautiful, connected August, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your August 2024 reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the third card option here, Burgundy. Card number 10, which I love, Awaken Your Passion. So 10 energy is definitely about closure and beginning all at the same time, like 10-1 if we add those together. So it seems to me that there's some passionate energy that wants to be seen, heard, understood, obviously awakened within you, to be noticed through the month of August for you. And there may be some things that are shifting or transitioning with the 10 energy. Before we get fully into your reading, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future pick a card readings. Okay, we're going to start by grabbing 3 theme cards for you. Passion energy is definitely connected to your sacral chakra. So we have a focus there where we're awakening something, a spark within you. Creativity, energy, inspiration, feeling into it, noticing your feelings, noticing what's coming up in your emotional body. All right, so I am going to set your card aside for the time being, and let's look at your themed energy. 3 themes for August. Make music. So I love this card because, of course, if you're not a musician, it does point to bringing in the creative flow of music into your life. Not surprising with an Awaken Your Passion group. Moving forward fearlessly. Looks like we're going to be following some of those passionate nudges, perhaps. And Higher Consciousness card. Love this. This obviously connects you to the bigger picture, the divine wisdom, the larger knowing. Could be also that there is a bit of your purposeful energy that is being awakened this month that's connected to your higher purpose here that you're going to be moving on. So let's see first what the make music theme has to do with August for you. Maybe music is your passion, okay? That's the first thing. If you are a musician, you just happen to play some sort of musical instrument, or maybe you're an arranger or you write music, then this, of course, is a direct message for you to do some of that this month. And it's directly connected to that passionate energy. But if you are not a musician or you do not make music, the key is to use that tool to be very conscious and very aware. You have the Higher Consciousness card and you have the Make Music card together. These will all be working together throughout the month for you. So before we look at your tarot, I just want to say that sometimes Spirit gets us messages and signs and higher understandings and insights through music, whether it's a feeling that we're getting through the music or it's the verbiage, the lyrics, etc., reminding you of something, telling you to pay attention to something, giving you the insight, the inspiration that you need, and, awakening something within you. So music is going to be a big part of your August. I would plan on infusing it into your life. Let's see what we have connected. Oh, there's the transition. This is card number 13. It's a major arcana card, but as I was saying, the 10 is always the ending of something and the beginning of something. So we've got the Death card showing up here for you. And the Hierophant. Oh my goodness, this group, you guys are reconnecting to what it is that is your true passion, purposeful energy, what you're meant to actually commit to. And you may be going through some sort of a transition in figuring that out, finding it out. You may already know that you're not supposed to be where you are, and so you're already embarking upon the transition, which is the death energy, and it's leading you to your passion or your purpose, and you're going to understand that better. The fact that it is connected to the Hierophant energy and the Make Music energy, this transition, is wonderful, because as I said, the Hierophant is the connection to the divine wisdom. You can see the cloak of the cosmos is upon this figure, and you can see the cloak is on the death figure with the cosmos inside of it. So there's this massive connection to the higher wisdom, the higher consciousness, the divine knowing, and what your purpose is now, what you're meant to be committing to, what you're meant to be aligned with, for the time being. And I would say with a Hierophant energy, it is important for you to notice the channels in your life that you have divine connection streaming through. So with a Hierophant, sometimes this could be like a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader, or a priest, or some sort of authority, I would say, that you feel is like a mentor energy or can connect you to that larger, bigger part of yourself, that divine part of yourself. So if, for instance, you're following a musician that always just seems to be speaking to you, that seems to be helping you through, it's like they're experiencing and the things that they're writing about is just your experience, and you feel so connected to that, and you're like, how do they know my life? Or whenever you listen to their music, it feels like you're getting all of the answers. They've written it for you. That kind of feeling where you're so connected. Those are the kind of musicians or the music that you want to infuse your life with, because it's connecting you to your divine self and your purposeful energy, and it's going to be serving you through the transformation process. I feel that there's also definitely going to be some major amounts of wisdom, these like aha moments, or this feeling of knowing coming through the music. I mean, it's kind of unavoidable. It's like to help you through the transition and to reconnect you to your purposeful energy at this time. Sometimes we get confused with what purpose is, right? Oh, I need to find my purpose, or I need to find, like finding your purpose in a treasure chest, or finding your purpose somewhere where you're just going to discover it, and then that's what your purpose is for ever and ever. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Sometimes your purpose is just right in front of you, and uncovering the illusion that your purpose is somewhere outside of you, or something that you have to be doing that you're not doing, may be an important concept to help you transition your mind around and your life around in this time. So it's like whatever it is that you are doing, if you are doing it with intention and consciousness, whatever that is what you're meant to be doing right now, and that is your purpose. And so understanding that purpose isn't something that you find in, again, a treasure chest. You're not just going to uncover it one day and then voila, there it is. Even people who feel distinctly put on the planet for a particular connection or reason, they're still living their life trying to figure out how to use that energy in their present experience. It's not like they're figuring it all out all at once. They're also living their life. So don't be fooled by trying to find your purpose or your passion, right, in some sort of external place. It's within you. And if you allow yourself to be guided, especially with this card here, moving forward fearlessly, which we're going to look at, you're always going to be moving in the right direction. You're always going to feel connected. If you feel, once again, called to work with someone who you feel connects you to the higher consciousness or a divine wisdom, that may be very much in alignment for you if you're going through this transition and you feel like you need a little confirmation, validation, a little bit of help, a resource. By all means. You know, some people like to speak to a priest or an intuitive or a spiritual teacher or a shaman. They're saying, like, go and get Reiki done. Go and get some sort of modality that makes you feel more connected to your spirit, because you really are meant to become the Hierophant. And I feel that the music connection is helping you to remember that you already have a divine connection, that you have access to this, and that you will have a knowing if you can lean into that. And the purpose that you may be experiencing right now is part of the transition. Like, sometimes the purpose is for you to understand through a transition because you have that death energy. The death card awakens a bunch of energy in us that we didn't know, a bunch of insight, a bunch of knowing, a bunch of, you know, personal and individualized understandings. So here we can see that this transition is divinely ordered, and the music is only going to serve to help you understand that. And again, I have to say, you know, you did choose this card. This is all about awakening that within you to help you understand it. So understanding your passion, noticing those sparks that are coming within you, noticing those insights, not turning away from them, and realizing that they have a bunch of like knowledge for you during the month of August, for sure. Because we see the movement and the connection. I like that they're giving you like a specific channel in for this. Let's see what we have with Moving Forward Fearlessly to get you some more information. Group 3, please. Group 3. Okay. The 5 of Cups. 10 of Wands, another 10. Okay. The 5 of Cups energy is a difficult card usually. What they're showing me here is this figure standing up and turning, standing and turning, standing up and turning. Notice the cloak again with the cloak. You've got some like higher consciousness cloak. If you want to envision that for yourself and kind of sit in that space, it may be a good visualization, like active visualization technique for you. Okay, with the 5 of Cups, this figure here is quite upset, saddened, disappointed, hurt. See all these spilled cups here. Cups represent your heart center. So when you get a 5 of Cups, it's an invitation for you to be able to feel your feelings first and foremost, because something has gone on that has perhaps made you feel extremely disappointed or sad, feeling heavy emotions. Sometimes this is a card of loss. In its low expression, we get lost in the spilled cups. We get lost in the sadness. We get lost in the disappointment or the mistake or the failure, and we just can't get ourselves up. That's not what's going to happen for you, obviously, in the month of August. It is not the direction, because we have this with a Moving Forward Fearlessly card. And the visual is the cloaked figure standing up to observe the 2 cups that have not spilled, what she still has to work with, and how she can move forward with what she currently possesses. You're only going to find that within yourself, but it's there. And so to forget about everything that you've done right, or the things that you still have to be grateful for, or the people in your life that bring joy and happiness to you, you know, with the 5 of Cups, we want to try and remember those things. And I feel like because you're getting this with Moving Forward Fearlessly and a 10 of Wands, which I'm going to get to, you are going to be able to write this energy. You're going to allow yourself to have, in a high expression, a change of heart that allows you to go, I'm not going to carry this in this way anymore. I bet it'll help you right through this death energy too, this transition energy. You know, she's even got a butterfly wings here. Wings. I mean, this is a fairy deck. But when you get like the transformation energy, when a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, you know, we have it pictured clearly. Now the 10 of Wands, of course, 10 of Fire. This is essentially a 10 of Fire, awakening your passion after a long, arduous path, a difficult trek. Look, she's walking with all of these wands up this stone mountain, stone path. very difficult. The 10 of Wands, and we've got the 10 again, is a card that says you've been at something for a while and it's very burdensome. You've been carrying something that's very heavy for a while. And I think it's exhausting you. It's probably making you emotionally disappointed, sad, hurt, etc. Exhaustion almost. And here we're moving forward in a different direction. You're allowing yourself to drop these wands. That's what this 10 of Wands is. This is a closure card. Remember 10s, 10-1, closure and new beginning. So there's no doubt that you are going to hopefully feel your feelings, but stand up in the face of what it is you have lost or how it is that you've been hurt, and have this change of heart that says, I'm no longer going to carry this in a way that I feel so burdened by. It feels just so arduous to keep carrying this in this way. It's really weighing me down, and I am not willing anymore to do that. It's coming to a close. I want to awaken something different in me. I want to be open to moving forward in a different way. Perhaps the weighted energy with the wands is the fear that you're carrying, because we've got the moving forward fearlessly card. So you may be disappointed. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you had a failure. Maybe you're disappointed in yourself in some way. And now it's time to shift, to change, to close that energy out and reestablish this confidence in yourself based on what it is that you're truly passionate about, what your purposeful energy is now, what you know to be true. So here, this fear may be weighing you down, but clearly we're getting to the end. That's what this card says. You've carried the burden for long enough. It's time to drop it now. You can move forward into the next chapter of your life fearlessly, without the fear, without the wands, without the burden, and work with what you still have, because what you still have is valuable, it's worthy, it's good, you know, it's something to be grateful for. And to, they just said like, yeah, they're showing the word prize. It's like a prize that you have to work with. And it's like you're the prize, right? Group 3, that's what it is. So whatever is starting to awaken within you, I feel that you will have the strength that you need to lay down the burden if you so choose and start to make tracks differently. I mean, we can even see the stones here, and she's got like this beautiful like lily pond type energy that she's walking into. It's a different frequency altogether. So the goal is to ask yourself, how can I move forward with my head held high and my shoulders back? I'm no longer willing. It's like you have to decide to not be willing to sit over these spilled cups anymore and to carry this bundle of wands that's become too heavy. You've done it for long enough. That's what it feels like. And now it's time to move on, despite the fear, despite whatever's coming up to tell you, no, you got to sit here for long. You got to stay. This energy to me, yeah, I'm asking if there's a marker here, which oftentimes I find when, you know, something happens where we have to process it, where we have to feel about it, where we're trying to transition through something. It's been difficult. And there's usually a marker that happens where the spirit gives it to me in a way where you move and you're allowed to process. Of course, you're a human being. You've got to process what's going on in your experience. If you've been burdened and something has been very disappointing or hurtful, if you don't process it, it just gets shoved down and it stays in your frequency and permeates in your energy, right? So processing is important, but once you hit that marker energy, and that's different for everyone. Everybody has a different marker. Everybody is a unique being. But once you hit that marker, you'll intuitively know, like your higher consciousness will tell you, you switch over into this other low expression where it's actually harming you to continue to hold on to it or to process it. Like the wands will weigh you down. The grief or the sadness or the beating yourself up about something is going to sink you to a low that you're not meant to go to. It's time to actually stand up to complete this chapter and move on. So there is a marker involved here, and only you will intuitively understand if you have hit that yet or not. If you're working towards it still, where you still need to process a bit before you can go, no, I'm moving forward now, and I'm moving forward despite whatever has happened. I need to get back on my feet. I need to enter into this new chapter. I need to look at what I still have to work with because it is valuable. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it for my path forward. Okay, We're moving to the next. Okay. Processing something here in this group for sure. It almost feels like August brings back the light, right? Awakens that passion. It brings back the light. And here brings back the knowing. This is you connecting to a higher understanding, a divine wisdom. Let's see what we have. The Queen of Pentacles, lovely. They're saying she's stretching, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is a wonderfully independent, abundant, fertile queen. She is this feeling of knowing that you're enough, right? Enjoying your life, taking the time to take care of your body, taking the time to spiffy up your space is what they just said. Ooh, and the Three of Pentacles. Putting the pieces back together. What a nice depiction. Okay. All earth energy connected to this higher consciousness card tells me, group 3, that you are going to be using your divine wisdom and your divine connection in order to help you get your feet back under you or get your feet firmly placed on the ground, and not just like, I'm placing them and it's still, really, really difficult. That's not the feeling. The feeling is we are regrounding into a very abundant energy. The restoration of your physical self and making tracks on your path feels much more hopeful. It feels much more abundant. It feels like, you're gaining your power back. The way that you're able to do this is by connecting to the deeper knowing, the understanding that you still do have a purpose here, that you are still meant to be here, and there is stuff that needs to be done, or there is a calling that you're meant to answer. Or as you awaken your passion and you lean into this energy, you're able to start to see how all of the pieces of what you went through are starting to fit together. A Three of Pentacles is a great card. It has so many facets of meaning. And because we're getting the broken pentacle here in the depiction, you can tell that you see all the stars. You're going to understand how to fit it together. You're going to understand how things are coming together now. When before, it might have been like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to keep going, but this is so heavy. It's so hard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, make it up this hill, to traverse this path. When is this going to come to a close? Am I going to see the light at some point? In August, you're seeing that light. You're regaining your power to move forward. And you're doing it because you're reconnecting to your purposeful energy. So you've got the Hierophant here again with the higher consciousness. You can see that the channel is being opened again for you to understand what it is that you're meant to do to set yourself back upright, okay? And to make the most abundant choices. Use the tools that you have. With the Three of Pentacles, you may join a community. It's a community-oriented card where you join a community that helps you put the pieces back together, or helps you understand how you can be more independent, or how you can be more abundant, or how you can enjoy your life again, how you can revel in what it is that you still have to work with, or even recovery. You may find a group that helps you in a recovery energy where you feel like these broken parts of yourself are coming back together. The Three of Pentacles is also a very beautiful, resourceful, creative card. So you're going to be not using things in the ethers, like it's not physical. You're taking the divine wisdom and your channel in to serve your physical purpose, right? That's the key. It's so nice because it comes into the physical space in the physical world. You're using the money you have. You're using the tools that you have at your disposal. You're using the resources you have. All the physical things that you have to work with, you're using them in a way that's going to benefit you exponentially because you're following your inner wisdom and your divine wisdom. You're able to tap into this expanded view of what you're becoming, right? Coming out of this, you're moving forward and you're setting yourself up again. That's what it feels like. Setting yourself up after a difficult time. Yeah, the feeling is you will have everything you need. And I would just say, overall, I wouldn't be rushing through this month. Don't try to rush to get things done. This feels like nurturing energy. It's like you're healing, you're nurturing yourself back to life, you're nurturing your roots, you're regrounding yourself, you're allowing yourself to have some enjoyment, energy, you're working on new things perhaps, you're taking back your power, you're allowing yourself to put the pieces back together in a way that really serves you now and in the future and is connected to your divine understanding and your divine knowing. I think there's a lot of insight that's going to come around this. I think you're going to be directed on the physical plane. So you're going to be given direction about what it is you should do. Oh, you should use that and this, and those go together nicely. Or why don't you spend an hour working on this, or set this up for yourself, or maybe you need to take a nap. Okay, maybe you need to go to this group once a week. You're going to be given the wisdom and the knowledge you need for your purposeful energy to help you through this transition and become more abundant this month. But I feel like, again, there's no rush. It's the feeling of taking it slow. And no forcing. You see, she's like taking a break. She's relaxing for a moment. She's given her neck a little stretch. She's put down her book, and she's always got her pentacle right there. And that pentacle is whole. It's like realizing how this experience or experiences needed to happen in order to serve you well, serve you now, to reground you. And also it feels like, it's almost the feeling of things feeling much more stable and not like they're just gonna fall apart or the rug's gonna be pulled out from under you or something like that. It's like setting yourself up to this knowing of like, okay, I can reground again. I have everything I need to use the tools that I have to make my life protected, stable, strong, abundant, prosperous, and that's not ever gonna go anywhere. I don't have to rush through this. It's just what I have to work with continuously, right? It's not gonna be taken from me. Love that energy. This feels like a bit of a healing, moving forward into a healing energy, resetting yourself, coming out of a difficult time or a transition. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, reawakening to what's true inside you, what's lighting up inside you. That's right, what's lighting up inside you. That knowing, that passion. Let's see what we have for surrender cards for you. Okay, surrender to your intuition. And the Hierophant, yes. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Most certainly, right? We've already been discussing this, and Spirit is kind of telling you throughout the month, your intuition is going to guide you, especially if you're feeling like if your body and your mind is tired, your passion and your intuition is what's going to guide you. That passion within you may start to awaken. You may feel that spark somewhere, or you get excited about something that you weren't able to get excited about before, and then you're tuning into your higher consciousness or your knowing to help you take these steps forward, to put things in place in a different way, or to make certain choices for yourself, or to lay down the burden, and move forward in a different way. This one? This one? No, they want this one. Okay. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. I love this. Wow. Intuition, wonder, and awe. This is a formula, right? It's an equation for total divine knowing. Messages, signs, insights, being an open channel. Because when you're curious and you're in wonder and you're just exploring the open channel and the divine knowing and your divine connection, it is the sense of this card. It's like, oh my goodness, wow. It's that wow factor, that aha moment factor. Yeah, and magic. Like things happening as if by magic. Understandings coming in to help you explain to your mind, like, oh my gosh, this is why this was happening. Or now I can move on from this, or I can close this chapter. And the curiosity, along with the intuition, just keeps your channel wide open. So I would highly suggest for this group to definitely allow yourself to be this open channel. I feel that you're not at the start of this transition, that you're moving through this month. You're letting it go, or you're closing it up. You're moving through the end of this and reacclimating to your purpose, and you're open to messages. Like, again, the intuition and the wonder and awe with the music card, you're going to get these messages through the music. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right, to say with this lineup, but music is going to be a big tool for this group, and you may be surprised, right? Like, and then just keep that channel open. Don't close it down. That's the key. You're just going to keep getting more and more information, more and more to almost be grateful for. That's the feeling. Let's get some more messages for you now. Take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way that you want. Move forward fearlessly. I love that. It's your life. That's what they're saying. It's your life. Like, the spirit can't force you to do it. So if you've been going through like a difficult time and it does start to feel comfortable in that space where, you know, you, let's say we're the victim of something, or you've been putting yourself down and you don't have any more confidence left. And so you just are comfortable in that space of not doing or not moving forward. You're just like, you're in the midst of it and you're like, okay, it's just, I don't have the energy. They're telling you it's up to you to be able to do this. We will guide you, most certainly, if you're open to it. We will guide you. You are intuitive, and if you stay curious, if you stay in wonder, then you're going to get the symbols, you're going to get the messages, you're going to get the signs, but then you actually have to take charge. You don't have to wait for spirit necessarily. Don't wait for the stars to align, reach up and arrange them the way you want. Make the choices when you feel guided to, is what I would say. They're basically saying with that message, it's your life. We need you to want, you know, to take charge. We need you to want to move forward. There's nothing we can do about that. Is it this? No, it's this one. Okay. Ooh, the breakthrough card. Okay, I love when this card shows up. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. And that showed up right away. This is not your death, right? This is your rebirth. This is the death and rebirth card. This is not your destruction. It's your birth. You're getting ready for a breakthrough this month. Take charge when that happens. The breakthrough is the reacclimation to the higher consciousness and understanding that you're the one who gets to decide here on this plane for your life, and spirit will always be in support of that, guiding you to the most abundant, creative, passionate energy. Let's put your card back here. Little by little, I think they're going to be giving you these little nudges, these little signs that are going to awaken this within you. And it's your job to kind of lean into it and realize this is part of a breakthrough, especially if you've been going through a difficult time. Again, for a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. The month of August. They just said, for some of you, this is like a month you will remember. Interesting. Okay, take that as it resonates. Final messages for you now. If these affirmations or these statements feel like they're aligned for you, feel free to take them with you. I love this. I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Wonderful. Look at that star. You're not going to miss that. I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Wow. Powerful. And final message, please. Yeah, I don't know. Did I miss it? Oh, no, it's this one. Thank you. Okay. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I just got goosies. This is cool. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe. Look at what your surrender cards are. a mighty force of faith can set in. You're literally surrendering over, listening to your intuition, surrendering to wonder and awe. You're going to feel this awakening, right? A force of faith, awakening of your passion can set in. Beautiful energy. Well, group number 3. What an interesting month you have to come out of a difficult time and really see this breakthrough happening, this awakening happening, this mighty force of faith. As long as you're allowing yourself to surrender over and to understand that this is like a reacclimation, it's a rebirth process. It's not your destruction. You know, there's something to be learned and to be gained from the experiences that you've been going through. And not only that, but you're being set up, you're being reset, you know, into this grounded, abundant, independent energy where it doesn't feel like things are going to just so easily be tossing you around anymore. It feels like you're more stable and you feel more protected throughout the month. This feels like it's coming in. Like, look at the good things coming easily to you when you surrender. So I hope that this serves you for the month of August. If you enjoyed this reading or something's resonating with you, please give it a thumbs up for me or leave me a comment down below. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, Group 4, and welcome to your August 2024 reading. If you're listening to this, you've chosen the 4th card option here, the Violet card, all crown chakra. Card number 45 with Create a Balanced Life. So these two numbers together equal a 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. So it feels like there's going to be some conclusions happening. Maybe you're thinking about changing certain structures, certain schedules. Maybe you're looking at making some changes that are going to help to create more balance in your life. A 4 is a very stabilizing and supporting number, along with a 5, which is a number of change. So you can see you're probably making some changes to create more stability in your life, which is amazing. Like I said, we're heavily focused on the violet energy, the violet light, which is opening up that consciousness and that crown chakra for you to receive this information. So before we get into your reading, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that you have hit that subscribe button and you've got your notifications on so you don't miss my future pickup card readings when they pop up. All right, let's get into 3 themes connected to this energy for August for you. Group 4. What are we focusing on? How can we create more balance? Okay. We're just going to set your card aside to get into your theme, so we won't forget about it there. Let's see what we've got for you. Be honest with yourself. Telling yourself the truth about maybe where there are imbalances happening or what's not working. The new location card, okay, so maybe some changes around your home life, work life, where it is you're spending most of your time. Yeah, they're noting the dragonfly here. They want me to go back and note the dragonfly. So a bit of magic coming in with the honesty energy. Peace of mind, wonderful. Nice card to have when you're looking at a balanced energy, balanced mind. Looks like these changes that you're making or the energy for August is like you getting real with yourself in order to move something along or shift the place in which you are creating something. It feels like the structure is different. So maybe you're doing things in different places, but of course we'll get more information and it's going to create this, balanced state. You're going to feel this calming energy, especially as it concerns your mental state. But of course, we need so much more information. So let's get into this. We'll start with the Be Honest with Yourself card. What else do you have to tell? Group 4. All right, so we've got, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Talk about creativity, building, growing, weaving something new. Wheel of Fortune and the Spider and the Ten of Wands. Look at all these tens. The Wheel of Fortune is the 10th card of the major arcana, and you've got the Ten of Wands here, literally moving, look, to a different location. So of course, all of these energies are going to be working together for you throughout the course of the month. They're not really separate from each other energetically. It's all woven together. Yeah, woven together, yeah. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune energy, of course, is creating something, building something, weaving something. In this case, with the spider, that is very creative, that is going to bring prosperous energy into your life. It also is definitely, of course, a fortunate card. Good luck, serendipity comes with this card because it is connected to another 10. The 10 of Wands. This card is a card of burden. This combination here sees you in August going, this burdensome energy that I've been carrying doesn't work for me if I'm honest with myself. And I feel like just in doing that, just in being honest, you can see that she's not actually moving. She's just sitting there and sort of in a prayer position, like talking to the dragonfly, handing over what's in her heart. Just allowing yourself to admit that this, whatever this is burdensome, right? Remember, we're looking for balance energy. We're looking for peace energy. That's what we're looking for with this card. And we had the 9 and now we're getting the 10s. So there's connected to honesty and authenticity. There is a closure. There is a close of a burden. There is a dropping of some sort of difficult, challenging energy. If you have been exhausting yourself doing something, trying to trudge forward, trying to make it happen, continuing to climb, and it feels like everything is uphill. Everything is uphill. And as I want things to get easier, they just seem to be getting harder. You're at the close of that energy here. And I feel that the honesty is connected to admitting it to yourself. I'm not supposed to do it in this way anymore. It's too heavy. It's too cumbersome. And immediately that gets you into weaving something differently. I feel also that, yeah, the way they're saying it is all is not lost. Like everything that you've been working for is not like just poof, gonna go away because you stop moving in this trajectory, like in this way. It feels like you're going to be able to take what it is you've already created or what it is you've already worked for, what it is you've already been working on, what it is you've been putting your energy and time into, and pivot to open up to a different kind of creation. That includes fortune, prosperity, good luck. Spirit's going to be like coming in to help these things line up as if by magic. We've got the magic energy and that divine presence with that dragonfly and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like it almost feels like we're moving in the right direction, and then we start moving in a different direction and it gets hard. And instead of closing it out or dropping it, we just keep moving forward, piling on. And it gets harder, and like it becomes steeper almost, and it's like really getting to you. You may be very exhausted in this group 4. You may just go like, I need some balance in my life, and that's why I'm choosing this group. How do I get it? The first thing here is to be very clear and truthful about what's sucking your energy, what's taking that light from you. Right? What is exhausting you? What is your mind telling you about pushing forward when your intuition and that clarity within yourself is saying this isn't working? Whatever that is, that's what they're talking about here. They want you to be honest with yourself about how it's not working. This could be anything. This could be a relationship. It could be a project that you're working on. It could be a certain career you're in. It could be work that you're doing, processing something, healing energy. You're just, again, it feels like we're on the right track, and now we've just wandered off a bit and it's gotten really difficult. And to be able to hop back onto this path, and not only that, but hop back with this fortunate energy, we have to admit that this like side line, this difficulty is not working. It's not working, and drop the burden. The minute you do that, it's like you get transported and things start to line up as if by magic. Boom, boom, boom. That's the feeling. Because you're creating, it's like you're not losing the web that you've already created when you were on that path. If it was an idea, or if it was certain things that you've learned over the course of being in a relationship, or like if you're working at a job and you're building your career, you don't lose all of your experience just by saying, this isn't the right fit for me anymore, right? So it feels like you're working from a place of experience. You definitely have a great foundation, but there's something that's a little off. And all Spirit's asking you to do in August is admit that to yourself so that they can bring in all of this magic. And what it's going to do with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like representing the wheel of life. So if you felt like, oh my God, no matter what I do, I feel like I'm exhausted, or I'm tired, or this isn't working, I'm always fighting, or somebody's always against me, or it just feels very cumbersome to carry this continuously, and I'm waking up and I'm tired. Just stop doing that. I know that's probably easier said than done, but at least be honest with yourself about the fact that it's not working and that something needs to change, and that maybe there's a different route or there's a different way. You're not going to lose what you've already worked for. That's what it feels like. And instead, that wheel is going to start spinning in your direction, where before it was like it's either stalled or it feels like it's upside down, and you're like, why isn't this helping me? Why isn't this forwarding the energy? Wow. It just feels like a shift. So if you, they keep showing me this path, that's why I keep referring to this. It's like somebody walking, and then we walk off the path and we're way out here, and here's our path. We're way out here now. And once you make the decision within yourself, you don't act, it feels like you're not having to walk all the way back. It's almost like you get planted here again, and then you can just keep going. This is a very nice energy to have. It's the serendipitous, fortunate, divine energy that comes in to help you out when you admit, this isn't how I want to carry this energy. Like, I don't want to be burdened anymore, and I'm not going to keep carrying it in this way. I'm releasing it. I'm letting it go. It's coming to a close. I would like balance, right? Opening up your crown if you need to. Let's move to the new location to see how this is working. You may be, moving home, moving work. You may be just rearranging your home even to support you better, to create more balance. Like if you have an office, and this one here. Okay. If you have an office that you work out of it at home, and it's in a place where people it's so noisy, or you're getting frustrated all the time, or there's too much commotion going on, or you just don't feel aligned, like you want to be comfortable in that place, or you want to be creative in that place, but it's just not working, like the energy is off, you may just choose to rearrange your office or your home, or, things in your life, move certain pieces to a new location. But for some of you, this new location card will be actually thinking about and or choosing to move, period. Let's see what we've got here. Two of Cups, King of Swords. So the Two of Cups energy, all twos are around relationships and decisions. So again, some of you are going to be making a decision, perhaps with your partner or because of a partnership that you've got going on. So could be a romantic partner, could be a family member, a friend. Maybe you and your friend are choosing to move somewhere, or just starting somewhere and you're moving in together, so you're both going at the same time, or you're going to move in with a friend. You could be moving home with someone, right? You could be choosing a different work environment because of a certain person that you'd really love to work for, right? So instead you're moving there. The King of Swords coupling this energy. Yeah, or they just want me to say before I go to that. Or if you're just rearranging your environment in the way that it's set up or structured to create more balance. Remember, that is our goal in this group. You're rearranging things. It needs to be giving back to you with this Two of Cups energy, because this is a reciprocal heart-centered energy. It needs to be giving back to you how you're giving to it. So it has to be in alignment is what I would say. You don't want things to feel out of alignment, especially on the physical plane, because it's going to affect your emotional energy if you're relocating things. Yeah, okay. The King of Swords energy is a master of the suit of swords, and you can see what he's doing here is like meditating on whatever it is that he's asking about. And we've got the sword pointed up to be led by the divine. The King of Swords is the master of communication, especially divine communication. He's a super intelligent, very good communicative leader. So he is waiting for the time to strike. The time to strike. Yeah, he's like waiting for the insight, or the lightning, thank you. He's waiting for the lightning bolt to strike, the insight to strike him, to understand, to be clear about what he's meant to do, what choice he's meant to make, if this is right for him. So this to me does not feel rushed, this energy. This theme energy feels like we're pondering it. We're definitely considering it for sure. For some of you, you may get the clarity on it. You know this is exactly who you want to be around or work with. You know it's the right decision for your heart, and you do it. If that's you, bravo. That is full clarity. And for some of you, that will be the case because we do have the king there. He's the master, remember. He's the leader of that suit of air. For others, it may be that you're in this spot where you're asking. And like a king, the master of a suit is always going to, in a high expression, trust whatever the qualities that he represents are, right? So he's going to trust until he gets that point of clarity and that feeling that he can trust the insight, or he knows the plan, he knows the location is in alignment, he understands that, and he can strategically put things in place to be able to move that, or move things, or move house, or move. He's going to sit on it. It doesn't mean that he's doing nothing. It means that he's smart enough to wait for it to be in alignment for himself and for his future, I would say. So if there's a bit of a turnover here in August where you're looking to close out the burden and shift this wheel so it feels like it's spinning in your direction, you're being honest with yourself, but you haven't yet gotten the yes, right? Or the alignment, or you haven't heard back from that job or that home or that whatever it is. Or you're still in a rearranging, right? You're like, I know this doesn't belong here, but where does it belong? Am I meant to remove it? Am I meant to get rid of it? You know, you'll wake up one day and you'll look at that thing and you'll know where it goes. You'll know what to do with it. That's what the king is waiting for. And once you have that in your intuition, once it's in alignment and you know, not that you guess, but you know, then you'll just move it to where it needs to go. And that's that. So it's a patience. It almost feels like a patience energy that we're waiting for here, that we want to make sure. And if it feels off, it's okay to continue to kind of wait, because once you have it, once it's in alignment, it's just going to be very clear and you're going to know. So you're going to go. It will feel, like I said, in alignment, this reciprocal energy, whatever you're wanting to do in that space, whatever you're wanting to accomplish, whatever it is that your heart truly desires, it will feel in alignment with that. And that's partially how you're really going to know it's time to plan to actually do this, to move this thing, or for us to move, or for myself to make this choice to move. Interesting. This is definitely being pondered and or happening for this group. And might I add, we're working for a balanced life. So this new location will definitely provide that. That's a nice kind of hint given the card that you've chosen. And by the way, we're looking at peace of mind energy, which is lovely. I think that's also why it does not feel like urgent. It doesn't feel urgent to me. It feels like we don't have to rush. You can kind of rest easy knowing that you'll know when it comes in. You'll know when it gets there. The World. Yes, look at this. That's the closure card, final card of the Major Arcana, and the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, you're going to make a beautiful decision. Something is coming to a close for sure. We've got those 10s, we've got the 9 in your card choice, and now we have the World. The World is the final card of the Major Arcana, where there's fulfillment happening. So the honesty brings in this sense of closure, and it's not the kind of closure where you're like, what am I going to do now? It's this fulfillment, success energy. So for some of you, again, this is going to be knowing where you're going next, making the choice to relieve the burden, and now things line up serendipitously so that you have a different place to be, you're moving things around, and it feels really good. Definitely very positive. With the World card and the Queen of Pentacles, whatever is closing out for you right now, or you know you need to end, or you know is coming to a close, it most certainly is not only going to create more balance in your life, but it's going to provide you with this sense of peace and understanding, like, this is the right move for me. Why am I saying that? Because we got the Peace of Mind card, and we've got the World with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is, you can see she looks like she's taking a break here. She's just resting. She's reading a book. She's stretching out. She's this very beautifully grounded and abundant leader. She is connected to her life in a very physical way. So body, her home, her finances, she's always very abundant and she knows it. She takes time to enjoy her life while also not being afraid to put in the work that needs to be done when the work needs to be done. She's this independent, abundant energy. So we're moving to a place where something is concluding to help us understand that no matter how heavy of a burden, let's say it was, or how difficult it had become, this is the right closure to this time in your life, to this energy, to this idea that you were having, whatever it is. Then the fortune comes in to help you reground yourself and feel like, it's like, I made the right choice, or it feels just grounded and prosperous while also being very peaceful and in alignment. It's like all of the elements kind of coming together to help you go, I'm so glad I did that. Oh my gosh, wonderful, yes. Okay. And your mind's not in conflict about it at all. It's like this was the right time for this to close out. This was the right time for it to come to fruition. It was the right time. And now I get to move on, feeling more grounded in my being. You may have more time for your family. You may be pulling in more finances or more money. You may have a different kind of workspace that is going to make you feel so much more like yourself. You may be having a different structure to the way that you're running your life that has just the right balance of, the right balance of expending your energy and calling back your energy to you, or restoring your energy, because she's beautiful at doing that. She works and she rests or recharges in balance. And this provides you with this, it just feels like it feels like relief, I would say, group 4. But it's just a knowing. It's like unequivocally obvious that this was the right decision or the right path, or the right place to move that thing, or the right opportunity to accept. Like, this is the energy of, this has come to a close and I've done everything I can, and now I'm going to move on because that's what's best for me and my life and the peace of mind. Oh my goodness. It's just like, yeah, okay. Oof. Like, you might feel relieved, right? Very interesting energy. They're moving things around for your absolute highest good, for sure, to create that balance that you're looking for. Of course, you have a say in this, group number 4. It is your life, so you're going to have to decide on this. I mean, you could very well just keep trucking along, feeling extremely exhausted, and spent, kind of, and like not willing to move things around in order to benefit yourself and your life and your mind and your energy. But I think at this point through August, they're really wanting you to just they just said drop the charade. It's like our mind can really hammer us and keep us stuck in a certain schedule or in a certain structure that may have stopped serving us a while back. But because we're like set on this goal or set on this financial, milestone, or set on a certain time frame, we stay in it when it's clearly just, making our lives difficult or making everything harder. In this month, the most important thing is that you are honest about what is making your life harder, what is draining your energy, because from there you'll be able to open up to the movement of things and the closure of things and how they want to kind of conclude for your highest good, so you can step into the Queen of Pentacles energy and the Wheel of Fortune energy working together. It's like, oh, it's okay now. This works so much better for me. This works so much better for everyone in my life, including me. Let's see what we're looking at surrendering for you, group 4. Love. Look at that new path. This is like the light just calling you. Surrender to complete healing. And she's walking into the ocean. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I mean, again, can you feel the relief of this card? They're just saying, it's okay. You can let go now. And breathe, like exhale. And look, she's just walking into an ocean to be cleansed and healed. I mean, walking toward the light. Oh, that energy is lovely. Coming out of that clear, more grounded. They just said more like yourself again. And we also have surrender resentments. Interesting. I mean, this is going to be tenfold, right, wherever it's coming up for you, because it could be you're resenting yourself for staying in this as long, or you're resenting something someone said, or maybe you felt forced into doing something or moving something, or somebody wanted the house rearranged that way, so you did it, but you hate it, and you've been carrying around this resentment. So wherever this is showing up for you, in August, it's being highlighted, especially next to healing. Okay, holding on to resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Amen. They just said, amen. Okay. Yeah. It feels pointless, the resentment at this point. It feels like all it's going to do is block the healing, block the fortune, block this beautiful, heart-centered, compassionate, reciprocal energy, block the peace of mind, block the balance. You know, we don't want to do that. Only poisons you. At this point, whatever you've been carrying, it's just not worth it. Maybe the weight that you've been carrying is just the resentment. If that's the case, release it, they're saying. Surrender it over, because as you do, as you surrender your resentments, you surrender to complete healing at the same time. Oh, it's lovely. Let's put your beautiful Create a Balanced Life Violet card back here, and we'll get some more messages for you. It's like a winning combination. Yeah, true that. That's right. Surrender resentments. Surrender to complete healing. Yeah, it's like as you surrender your resentments and anything that might be kind of sticking you, you simultaneously are surrendering to be healed, clearing yourself. The dark. Take a moment to sit under the star-speckled sky, listening to crickets and breathing in the cool night air. And you got that cute little owl there. That tells you that if you go within yourself and you listen, you will understand. I love that. Also, you may have felt like, you know, you've been spending some time in a darker energy or in the dark, and now you're going to get the insight you need in that space as opposed to it dragging you down. Or you're going to get the truth that you need in that space as opposed to it dragging you down. They're saying it again. New horizons. Old ways won't open new doors. That's a good point. If you're continuing to do what it is that you've been doing and you're telling yourself that it's just going to be fine when it's not fine, they're telling you right now it's not going to create the balance that you want. It's not going to bring in this fortunate energy. It's not going to help ground you, right? We want to open new doors. We have to do new things. And so again, that's why the first thing in August for you, group 4, is most certainly opening up to just be honest with yourself. And you don't even need to tell anybody about it. I like to remind people of that. Like, it's your choice whether or not you're going to share your innermost thoughts, feelings, secrets, whatever, with other people. You don't have to share. It's not a requirement. You just need to be honest with you so that you can stop carrying around the burden, and that will shift everything almost as if by magic. If you keep doing the old things, you're not going to open the new doors that are clearly waiting for you. This closure opens up a brand new chapter, and it's just so relieving. I mean, truly, it's like healing. You know, it's like it's simultaneous healing. It doesn't feel slow to me. I'll say that. It doesn't feel like this is going to be months and months and months. If you fully lean into it and go, I'm not going to do this anymore. Here's the truth. This is the truth, and I'm not going to subscribe to that anymore because it's not serving me. And I'm open to complete healing, fully open to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support my physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I am open. I'm open and listening. Show me the new doors. Show me the open doors. Then they'll be provided for you almost as if by magic in some cases. And that's why I'm saying, like, some of this may not take a long time. Some of this might be quite quick because the decision that you make is so sure. That's what Spirit just said. Because if the decision you make is so sure, then it creates this void or this opening for them to bring in the insights that you need to move things around, the opportunity to say yes to, right? To take. It's like an opportunity for the taking. It allows them to line things up in a different way or weave things in a different way, and helps you to close things out where you don't feel bad, guilty, shamed, ashamed, etc. by closing it out. Instead, you feel complete, healed, right? Fulfilled, and ready to move into a different energy altogether, ready to move into those open doors. So new horizons do await you, and I love that they place that there. Yeah. If you're open to it, that's right. Okay, let's get final message for you now, group number 4, final messages. These are affirmation cards, so if there are statements that are resonating with you, then feel free to take them with you. We need to listen here for sure. I just heard take the top. So we've got 2 little piles here, and there's the top card there. Oh, and that's just the top card. That's just the other card. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, final messages popping out, sliding out of the deck for you, group 4. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Maybe you're afraid of being honest with yourself, but you can see here they're telling you, you will get closer to your heart center, closer to healing, closer to all of that yummy energy, closer to balance, closer to peace, all of that when you're honest with yourself, especially if fear is stopping you. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. You know, when we start letting fear kind of control us without interrupting it at all, it can run away with itself. Yeah, it can run away with itself. And it can really get you into a spot where you're super scared, and even the honesty, you feel like it's insurmountable. In this case, they're asking for you to address the fear. It's almost like shine a light on that fear with the truth, like shine the truth, because fear can keep you stuck in illusion. You might be telling yourself things in your head that are just not true, and it's creating these fears. But you don't have to fear that stuff anymore, is what they're saying. You can use the fear as a way to get closer to love, or what I would say is closer to the truth. Okay? My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. Getting closer to love and the love of the universe. I open fully to loving support. Your spirit team is going to carry you here. They always are, but it just feels like there's some beautiful support that's coming in, especially with these last messages. They don't want you to feel burdened anymore. And by the way, like Spirit always understands that, like in our human form, we make mistakes. They're not expecting for us to be perfect at all. They're like, okay, if we're a little off track, let's try to make a different decision. How about this? How about that? Because if you keep going in this way, we can't open the opportunities. We can't open the new doors for you. Can't move things in this way. So it's like you working together with Spirit to create this sense of serenity, almost harmony, energy coming in. So releasing the fear and really putting all of your energy into loving yourself, even if you feel like you've made a mistake or you could have done things better. Like we all feel that way, right? My true safety. So this is the thing that grounds you, the thing that protects you, the thing that makes you feel stable lies in your capacity to align with the love of the universe. And you can do that by not fearing your fear and using it as a way to get closer to love. So the fear actually brings you closer to love. It's actually a beautiful formula that Spirit's providing for you in your final messages here. I just feel this beautiful, like I keep saying beautiful, but this amazing, this magnanimous support happening for you, group 4, because I think this is your want, right? I would like to create a balanced life for myself. And they're saying, okay, let's do this together. We've got you, but we need you to be able to like surrender some of these things, to listen to your own inner voice, and to choose. And then we will co-create together with you. Expect to be at ease, expect to be peaceful, expect to be feeling relieved, expect to feel more balanced, expect to heal, if you can do the other part of this, which is not holding on to those fears and resentments, but being open to listening for the wisdom and open to the new doors, right? New ways, new doors. So I hope that this serves you for August, group number 4. If you enjoyed this reading or something resonated for you in the reading, please give this video a like or leave me a comment down below. It was my absolute pleasure to read for you. I hope you have a beautiful, healing, peaceful, just supportive feeling, loving kind of August, and I will see you in the next one.